At moments like this, it seems that a sermon can only detract. And I like the experiment of bringing the lights down a little lower. We should do this more often, but there's an added benefit. When Gus was making the announcement, the entire second row had halos, and now that halo has moved to the third row, and you people just look radiant and pure. It's wonderful. With the sun coming through the window. Yesterday was a day of wine and roses, when Valentines poured out the fragrance of love to one another. A day of romance, an evening of affection, a night of passion, a morning of snuggling or regret. Romance is an emotion of the moment, a shooting star that leads a bright tale of beautiful memory in the night, or a meteorite that creates a crater smoldering and aching. Romance is not practical. It does not make any sense. It is frivolous. But what would life be without romance? A building without ornamentation, sheltering but uninspiring. A room without a view, safe but lonely. A table without a centerpiece, functional but stark. In the play, A Fiddler on a Roof, a practical couple wonders about romance. The husband, Tevier, asks his wife, "Goldie, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?" She replies, "You're a fool." "I know, but do you love me?" "Do I love you? For 25 years I've washed your clothes, cooked your meals, cleaned your house, given your children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love now?" "Goldie, the first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared. I was shy. I was nervous. So was I. But my father and my mother said we'd learn to love each other. So I'm asking, Goldie, do you love me?" "I'm your wife. I know. But do you love me?" "Do I love him? For 25 years I've lived with him, fought him, starved with him. 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?" "Then you love me?" "I suppose I do. And I suppose I love you too." And they both sing, "It changes nothing, but even so, after 25 years, it's good to know." The couple had a hard time with the romance of love, but they had the realism of love down pat. In reality, love is hard work, being present for one another, trusting each other enough to disagree, holding on to each other, being strong when the other is weak, and admitting that sometimes you need help. Real love is not what you say, but what you do. Romantic love is how you do it. Now, let's say a person drives past your house, looks at you longingly, sends you flowers, writes long love notes, sings songs at midnight by your bedroom window. It is romantic. But if there is no real love, then that person is a stalker. Romance is the style of love. Reality is the substance. Style without substance is a lie. Manipulative whispers of sweet nothings are empty promises of love. Chocolates without love are merely fattening. Roses without love are thorn bushes. And mood music without love is merely schmaltzy. And that schmaltzy music. Back in the 1980s, my punk rock days, a friend once asked me, "Do you think you might be in love?" And I said, "I might be." A Lionel Richie song came on the radio, and I actually listened to it. Reality is the substance of love. Romance is just the style. But what is substance without style? Though preferable to style without substance, it is dreary. As exciting as laundry and killing bugs. But perhaps my wife and I share more with Devia and Golde because laundry and killing bugs are the Valentines we share. Each week she cleans and presses my clothes for Sunday morning. There is a practical side to this. Without her, my attempts to look professional would fail utterly. Because frankly, I don't care. She cares for me. Which also means she cares for me. And when a large spider comes into our home, I care because of her. As a pacifist, I would prefer to live and let live. As a Unitarian Universalist working with Gus on a green sanctuary, I affirm and promote the interdependent web of existence. But I have been informed that the interdependent web stops at our front door. Early in our marriage, I heard a blood-curdling scream. It was my stepdaughter, and it was followed by my wife yelling and calling my name loudly. And I ran into the kitchen, and I was prepared to fight a bear. And they were cowering, pointing at the intruder, and armed only with a piece of paper towel. I crushed it like the bug it was. Few things are less romantic than bug killing and laundry. But romance is what makes it possible. Otherwise, it would be iron your own freaking tie and kill the dang bug yourself. Romance is the butter on the bread, the spoonful of sugar that makes the medicine go down, the lubrication that lets the pistons churn, the catalyst that allows love to burn. Valentine's Day is a reminder to add romance to your love. But marketing makes it seem like an obligation. They say, I love a church that's responsive. Marketing makes it seem like a Valentine's Day. Marketing makes it seem like an obligation. All the ads, be sure to do your duty, don't disappoint the one you love, buy a gift, make a reservation for dinner. The moment that romance becomes a requirement, it ceases to be romance. Romance is surprise and spontaneity. It cannot be done by rote. Just like music is more than just playing the right note. It's what we bring to each note that makes it noteworthy. Just as romance cannot be forced, it should not be forbidden. Imagine being in love, and you're certain your love is real. The romantic in you would want to shout it from the mountaintops, or at least hold hands in public. Some say that marriage is just a piece of paper. It does not prove that love is real. But when that piece of paper is declared illegal, it says that real love is a crime. And so this year, once again, just in time for Valentine's Day, North Carolina Senator Paul Stam has introduced a bill against gay marriage. Now, there are plenty of real reasons to oppose this bill. Couples need to be able to share health benefits, inheritance, property, and parental rights, all practical reasons. But today, I want you to think in terms of romance. There are justice issues that obligate us to do our duty, but the romance should make us want to do it. Think about the most romantic story in the English language, Romeo and Juliet. It's a tragedy that occurs because love is forbidden. Real love takes work. Forbidding romance is an attempt to vanquish joy. Forbidding romance and saying what the purpose of marriage is. It limits heterosexual marriage to the duty to produce offspring and forbids gay marriage altogether. But love, romance, has a purpose that is beyond mere breeding. It sustains our human spirit. It takes us beyond our narcissism and teaches us to sacrifice for one another. Romance is celebrating that sacrifice, because sacrifice without celebration is suffering. Duty without devotion is drudgery. Real love needs romantic love to restore and renew it. You can renew your vows or hopes of love with a gift to Equality NC, easily remembered, and this will also be on the web, www.equalitync.org. You can send a Valentine to love itself. If you believe that love is real, join the romantic quest to make it legal for everyone. It seems impossible in a state such as ours. When ultra-liberal California passes bills, what hope do we have in North Carolina? But romance, in its broadest sense, is that reaching for the impossible. Like in the movie It's a Wonderful Life, when George Bailey promises to lasso the moon, and Diana Ross saying that there ain't no mountain high enough, no valley low enough, no river wide enough to keep me from you. Romance is about transforming the ordinary. Marriage is mundane when it is dictated by social norms and restrictions. Romance is about the freedom to love. Romance transforms the obligation of marriage into joy of marriage. Romance makes the impossible possible. If you are in a couple, real love is about what you do, and romantic love is about the why. Infuse the mundane with romance. Wash the dishes because you know the pleasure it will give your mate. Mow the lawn because you love to see the surprised look on your lover's face. Eat by candlelight on Tuesday night for no apparent reason. Young or old, gay or straight, romance is the gift we give each other. But romance is possible for us as individuals, whether or not we belong to a couple. It is always possible to bring romance into one's life. Real love will manifest itself with justice, but romance is reaching for that great adventure. Romance is about the joy of giving, and that is available to all. Let us live life with romance. Find something or someone to be devoted to. Romance is not being afraid of looking foolish. It does not settle for what is the current reality. Romance creates new realities. Express your love in every form that it takes. Romance can make a new reality. May we bless and be blessed with romance.